Brian Windhorst of ESPN. Why make this trade if you're the Rockets if you could get Chris Paul via free agency within 24 hours? What was the genesis of this and the leverage for any of the sides behind it, Brian?
Yeah, so I'm going to tell you, I don't know whether this is going to make them competitive with the Warriors, but from a general managing standpoint, this was as good of a general managing maneuvers as I've seen in my 15 years in the league. And here's why. The Rockets didn't have enough salary cap space to sign Chris Paul outright. So they would have had to trade away players to sign him anyway. Maybe not, they wouldn't have traded away these players, but they didn't give away any like super core stuff. And they upgrade. The best player they traded was Beverly, who they've now upgraded to Chris Paul. Secondly, by getting him to opt into his contract, he's going to make $11 million less than he would have made if they'd signed him outright. They got a discount. And they made 6 trades yesterday, Rich. 6. They went out and got 5 non-guaranteed players to make this deal, 3 of which they still have on their roster. They still have fodder to make other trades. And I'm not going to bore you with the details, but they did the trades in such a way that still allows them to have $8.5 million to spend on one free agent and $3 million to spend on another. They could theoretically trade for a guy like Paul George and still add 2 legitimate players in free agency. Again, I'm not saying they're beating the Warriors. I'm just saying terrific movement by Daryl Morey. And I'll say this. When you talk about an analytics or Moneyball approach, it doesn't mean just going by numbers. A lot of times what it means is going for what other teams are undervaluing. And what's being undervalued in the NBA right now is aggression. Everybody's seeing the Cavs and the Warriors and going, you know what, I'm going to have a 3-year plan. And Daryl's saying, you know what, no one's being aggressive. So if everybody's planning for down the road when these teams age, if I be aggressive now, I can go against the grain. And so I think he hit all those boxes yesterday. It may not work, but I understand why he did it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
If you like that, download our app. Please, just if it's a memory thing, just delete other apps. You don't need those apps. This app, the Rich Eisen Show app, you need that.